Well, hello my YouTube friends. Today I am absolutely happy and pleased to make you this video because we're gonna talk about knives from the production and from a brand that I absolutely love, which is CRKT. Recently I've been doing a lot of videos about custom knives, and I adore custom knives, but also I found a lot of pleasure to deal with the production knives, and those are exactly the kind of knife that I absolutely love from the production. So that was the purpose of me doing video first. You know what? Sharing about knife, because this talks to everybody. Custom, you know, it's a show. You show a piece that you like, you share your passion, but you know, on the other side of the screen, it won't talk to most of you because you won't have the knife in hand, and you know, this every one of you can afford to pay it. Every one of you can hold it in hand in a shop. So that is something that I love to do, is to speak about those kind of knives, especially when they're well built as those. So we have, you know, here two of the EROS, and this is the Ripple. The Ripple was actually the first knife, although sorry, as our Canonian designed. The Ripple was the first collaboration that Canonian did with CRKT, and man, was that a nice collaboration. You know, Canonian was the star of Kershaw for years. For years, he built absolutely outstanding knives for Kershaw, and for whatever reason, he was not, in the movie. That was not the hype, and they decided to go with Rick Hinderer, and you know, Rick did a lot of great things also for ZT. But Canonian, my friend, what a great designer! He makes outstanding knives, and those are definitely outstanding. So the purpose of Canonian with the Ripple first was to make a knife, I would say, that anyone could afford, whether by the price and also that would look, you know, like classy, like almost like a gentleman knife. And that was a great achievement, because he made an excellent design. It's a very slim, very lightweight knife, very nice shapes. But when they first issued the Ripple, I was not really crazy about the first blade shape, to be perfectly honest with you. I didn't really like the blade shape and the colors also, and the fact that the handles were aluminum. So I didn't buy some. But when they released those stainless steel with the tinitrate coating and in blue, and you know how much I love blue, and this new blade shape, this absolutely outstanding modified drop point with a nice hollow grind. I don't know if you can catch that, my friend, but that's a beautiful satin finish with a very nice, I'm not really sure that you can catch that, but anyway, that's a great hollow grind. And you see the swedge is, I mean, the blade shape is outstanding, absolutely outstanding. And as usual with Canonian, very organic shape, designed to cut, and just beautiful, and designed to cut and designed to trust. I mean, this knife, you can use it for any task of the day, not hard task, but any task of the day. Now, my friend, let's start with the design of this Ripple. And my friend, is that a beautiful design, and the beautiful tinitrate coating. That I can watch that. I mean, I can look at this knife like every day, and during, I mean, in the sunlight like that, look at the reflection. You have some deep blue like that, and it can be, you know, very light under a certain light, as you can see, and sometimes you have some shades of purple. Whoa, man, is it poetry here? So the tinitrate coating is just absolute perfection. Now, that's a production knife, my friend. You got to understand, it's way under $100. Look at the pattern here that you have, these nice waves with this, the reflection here, the metal reflection the gray reflection, as you can have here on this line and on this one. So nice little waves, grooves, curves, holes. Now let's talk about those holes for a minute, please, if you will. Look at those holes. You can see, yeah, you can see through them here. Any one of them, you can see through them. You see there. And try to understand that you have to penetrate 3 layers for the light to go over those holes. This handle, the other side here, and also the clip. And the clip is not a straight clip. It has, roundness in it. And yet everything is aligned so you can see the light over here, all those holes. And that's a great achievement. And that's on the other side, it's the same, but it's kind of easier to achieve that since you have to penetrate only the handle. But you know what? It's not that easy because here the lock bar is engaged. So it has to be aligned when open. You see what I mean? So here it's not straight. The lock bar is engaged. And yet every holes are perfectly aligned. And that's absolutely outstanding. I need to move on because I need to talk about other things, and it's already 6 minutes. So the clip, they went for a tip down carry. For a flipper, that's not my preference, but since you have this beautiful feature with the holes, I totally dig it. Other thing that is absolutely perfect. Look at that. I mean, would you say here that there is a lock bar? Not at all, because you see no gap here, just a slight, tiny, ever so slightly gap here, but overall it's a design you couldn't tell it's a lock bar. You don't see the gap, you don't see the cut, you don't see nothing. It's just absolutely outstanding, neat and perfection, and that's also a feature that I absolutely adore. Look at that. That's your lock, my friend. Outstanding. No cut because you have the holes here, so he made no cut. But since it's a stainless steel lock bar, he made a very long cut up to the end here, and it's very easy to disengage. You feel absolutely no effort and no pain when you disengage this lock bar. So that's perfect, my friend. And moving on with the perfection, he went for IKBS, and that is absolutely outstanding. You could even think you couldn't think that it's a mechanical. You could think, sorry, that you have whether a spring or automatic. When you hear and you see the blade deploys like that, you couldn't tell it's just a mechanical knife, and that's also its perfection. I love every single thing about this knife. The only thing that I would like is not to have all those writings here. You see the logo on the IKBS, they were very clever on those one. They put it here on the pivot. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you see, so it leaves some room, especially for those 2-inch blade, some room for the satin finish. So that's kind of neat. So I'm gonna stop with the ripple, and I highly recommend that you check this knife because this is just outstanding. And my friend, is it carryable? I mean, this is a 2.7 and you have a 3.1 inch blade. Look at how it carries in the hand. For those of you who want a bigger knife, probably you should go for the 3.1 something inch, because here you have a nice carry, but with 3 fingers and a half. If you want 4 fingers, go for the 3.2, but I wanted a smaller knife that I could carry in my small pocket. Flow through design, pillar construction, even the standoffs are nice. I mean, how can they manage to do such a great knife with all those features for I think it's $80 on Knife Center. This is a steal. Go and run and buy this knife. So now after they made the EROS, and probably they made a small mistake that was to add this beautiful titanium. So that was very expensive to mill and to have this achievement here with titanium. So that went way over $100. So they had really they made a great knife, but it was not that affordable. So that's what they did. They came now these days with this small version with a stainless steel handle and a blade in AUS 8, where this one is a Kudo Plus. Absolutely love the design of this knife. I mean, this looks for the other in the street like a toothpick. That's what it is. I mean, in the street like that, I can open it just to play, just to for the heck of it, and to play with the IKBS, because this runs also on IKBS. You can play like that on the street, and nobody would even see you. And if they did, they would think that probably you need a toothpick, because that's what it looks like. And man, is it a nice cutter? I mean, I cut it some meat, some anything with that, paper, or even boxes, you know, it trusts, it penetrates. I mean, that's beautiful. And that's the very, very nice size for the small pocket in the jeans. I mean, you can wear that and you don't even feel it. Now look at also the design on the handle. Oh, beautiful, my friend. Look at that. The grooves. Also, you have dots here, lines here, dots inside, but penetrating dots. I mean, the holes. Sorry, lines here, dots again here. That is insanity, and that all of this, it's on the titanium, so that's very, very hard probably to achieve. And look at this beautiful clip again, tip down carry, but how beautiful, beautiful, beautiful is that. Now again, I talked on the Ripple about the lock bar not being, you know, not having any gap. Look at this one. This is insanity. I mean, look at that. They drilled the holes here and they made the cut for the lock bar. But it's almost that you can, I mean, you have to look at it like that to see that there is the cut on the lock bar. Try have the knife like that in your hand, and you couldn't tell. I mean, you see the lines of holes here and the lines of holes here, and it's just very symmetrical, very pretty, and you couldn't tell that down there you have your lock bar, because my friend, this is a frame lock also, as the other is. And you have a perfect engagement. For sure, it's a small knife, almost a gentleman knife, so you won't have any blade play, anything like that. The lock is very, very secured, and again, it's absolutely effortless. And not only it's effortless, but it's fun, my friend. Is it fun to play with? I mean, I do that every day. So that is one of the knife. It's either this one or this one. Now, this one is for my daughter. She deserved it because she operates the knife absolutely pretty well, and she will be pissed and she will kill me knowing that I made a video without her. So I'm gonna try probably to do a little part 2 for her to play with this one. But that's great what they did, because really it's awesome. It's just you know, you see, it's thicker on the stainless steel model, so you can see it's very thick here compared to this one, and it's heavier also because it's a stainless steel, but it is as smooth as the other. The blade is as great, but it's AUS 8, but who cares? I mean, it's just a small knife, and here for sure you will see the cut for the lock bar, but I don't care. They did the cut in the inside, so it's still very neat to look at it like that, and even the lanyard hole for the people that cares about that. Now everything in this knife is perfection, including the engagement, the blade centering. Everything is just outstanding, and I totally dig it for every single one of those knives, and I absolutely adore them. This one, you have to be just a little bit careful if you want to deploy the blade. Not careful, but if you want it to be smooth, you don't want to put your finger on the lock, otherwise it's kind of you have some retention. So, but if you put your finger out of the lock bar, which is a long one, since it doesn't have any cut, as I said, if you stay away from the lock bar, the deployment is absolutely outstanding. And I'm going to stop here because I want to keep it under 15 minutes so I can post it from my iPhone. So my friend, I'm going to catch you very soon for other video, probably this time about custom knives. Have a great one.